Oh, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. We're back talking about the LCS offseason once again. Even though we're a couple weeks into it, there is still some pretty big stories coming out even today, so we have a lot of stuff to talk about. The first thing we're going to be talking about is TSM, more specifically their Academy roster and what they might be doing in the top lane. So Apple had tweeted this out yesterday. I was a little bit busy, didn't get to get this video out yesterday, but we're still talking about it today. It's still relevant because we still don't have all these questions answered. He said the biggest question mark for TSM Academy is their top laner. He's heard that Hauntzer or Solo are both possibilities, which does align with other rumors. Will they go with an LCS caliber backup? Will they go with a rookie? He says there's not many options there, and I completely agree. He has Solo as his forerunner for the position, but again, Hauntzer could still be an option. TSM Academy will start with Evolved in the first half of the split until Sword is finished with High School. After that, Evolved will be able to explore his options. So that's really interesting too, pretty crazy. New update. And then Law supposedly was stated that his contract is getting negotiated, but maybe he's still on his Academy contract, maybe he's going to be getting extended, whatever. Just a ton of TSM Academy news there. But to me, the biggest thing is that TSM could potentially be considering Hauntzer or even Solo for their Academy top lane position, and I think this would be a big pickup. I know a lot of people don't like it when teams go with veterans in the academy because people are always like, oh yeah, there you go, there's NA again, just giving washed up talent more more academy spots taken away from developing players, blah, 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 blah. But in this situation, I do not agree with that. There's a ton of people who are very cautious about TSM having Huni in the top lane. And they don't know, is Huni going to do good? Is he not? And TSM doesn't know if Huni's going to do good or not. Obviously, they have a plan for him. Bjergsen thinks that he can coach him up. He thinks he can get him in line. He thinks he can get him motivated and playing well. But we'll see. I mean, Huni, he had a good interview when in his welcome to TSM video. He talked about how he knows he needs to have a good season. He needs to step up. So I do believe we're going to see a good Huni in 2021. But if we don't, do you want to have who do you want your backup top laner to be? Do you want it to be a big question mark? Do you want it to be a big young player who may or may not be ready to step into the LCS at some point this year? Or would you rather have Hauntzer, Solo, somebody like that ready to go? Because TSM is already doing a pretty good job of developing young talent. They have Spica, they have Lost. It's not like they're not working towards the future. It wouldn't be the end of the world if they had a veteran in the academy for TSM Academy. Now, again, Solo would not be that exciting to me. I would rather have Huni than Solo, probably, unless Huni just absolutely explodes. Then, yeah, sure, Solo can come and be a solid top laner, but he's never going to be too amazing. He's never going to be a big carry or anything. He can play weak side, but even when he does, he sometimes still gets bodied. And if your team was doing so bad that you had to go to Solo in the top lane, I feel like the whole year would just be a disappointment for TSM at that point. And I would rather them just go with a young top laner, whoever that may be. But Hauntzer, I think, would be such a solid option. Again, we've talked about before how maybe there's burned bridges, maybe there's bad feelings between Hauntzer and TSM, whatever, but he would be instantly the best backup top laner in all of the LCS. And if Huni didn't work out, Hauntzer could step in and be a very, very solid guy. He can play all different kinds of champions. He can play weak side, he can play strong side, he can carry games, he can facilitate. In my opinion, Hauntzer can really do it all, and he's played in big games before. He's won titles. He has international experience. He would be an amazing backup top laner. Again, I see the potential in Huni. I know SKT Huni, Fnatic Huni, whatever. He has that big pop-off potential, but there is a big chance that he doesn't work out, and I think for myself and a ton of other TSM fans, LCS fans, they would just feel more comfortable having a solid veteran option ready to go in case Huni doesn't work out. So to me, this news was really, really exciting. I think it's really interesting. I hope TSM can work something out for a veteran top laner. Because again, I would rather have them working with a solid backup plan ready to go if Huni doesn't work out, because that is a very, very real possibility. Everyone knows that. Everyone's thinking about that. A lot of people are kind of expecting Huni to not even have a good year. So having that plan B ready to go, so TSM can still compete in 2021. They can still have a good year. They can still potentially compete to go to Worlds. Because again, they spent a lot of money on this roster. They're spending $3 million per year on Sword Art. They paid Power of Evil a lot of money. This is a team that, yes, they are working towards the future. Again, they have some young pieces. It doesn't have to necessarily mesh right away, but you want to have a shot to go to Worlds this year. You want to have a shot of taking games off Cloud9 TL. You don't want to just be rolling over and completely rebuilding. So that would be a big disappointment after you went and got this big pickup and a guy like Sword Art. So again, we don't know exactly what TSM is going to be doing in the top lane academy. We'll be finding out soon. It'll be, worst case scenario, it'll be a couple weeks before we find out, because we're getting closer and closer. It's December now. We're getting closer and closer to the start of academy, the start of LCS, all of this stuff. So teams are going to have to start finalizing everything. Hauntzer doesn't have a team. Solo doesn't have a team. It sounds like TSM Academy could work out for one of those guys. And at least as a TSM fan myself, I would be pretty excited about that. I think that would be a good pickup, both for them and for TSM, because really, what situation better is either Hauntzer or Solo going to end up in at this point? I mean, TSM is a very solid team with a question mark in the top lane. They would have a chance to potentially come in and start on a very, very good team. And if you're a veteran trying to get an academy spot, that's like as good of a situation as you can ask for. Most of the time, you're going to be fighting for time on a not very good team, not getting to compete with a top 3 or 4 team in North America. So I think it'd be an awesome opportunity for them. And obviously, I've explained what I think, why it would be a good pickup for TSM as well. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. What should happen here? Who should TSM go with? Hauntzer, Solo, some rookie top laner? Let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to update on the latest content. Check me out over at Twitch, twitch.tv/I_am_germ. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.